Alrighty. Woo, hello family. So excited about this Boss Global Alliance. This is a internal private tour, just viewable for our family at the moment until we confirm that all is well and before we make it public. So this is a private tour. Alrighty. So I will talk as though I'm talking to my family, which I am. Okay, anyway. What we have here on this bossglobalalliance.com is the name of the website. We have the different regions here at the top: Boss NCA, Vegas, Jamaica. We just highlighted a few. It's not all of our regions, of course, and they'll be rotating miscellaneously. In the middle section here, we have a few highlighted organizations that we're somehow affiliated with. For example, this go6man.com, and you see my mouse moving here. That's the gentleman that came to when we went to Washington, D.C. He's going to be giving some space to Denise. He has a youth sports clinic for kids aged 7 to 15 in the National Capital area. So if I was to click on read more, I would go directly to his website. So he's one of the featured people on the site. The second one, Hoops for Hope Vegas. This is an organization in Las Vegas that has basketball for the young people as well. So if I were to click on there, actually this is one of my nephew's organization. He's NBA and he does sports camps, basketball camps every July. So this is for the community as well, and of course we tell all of our kids, boss kids, about it, so they're interconnected. This Youth with a Mission right here is YWAM, which is in Jamaica, who we'll be partnering with, of course. This is the international missions organization that have definitely have things to do for the young people that we are affiliated with. Cruise with a Cause, as you know, last month they partnered with Jamaica, Boss Jamaica region. If you click on their site, of course, it'll take you to their site, more information about them and how they partnered with Jamaica and reaching thousands of young people, kids in Jamaica. I know that the intent is to give over, or to have Boss in over several hundred schools in Jamaica. So these definitely are organizations that are catering to youth with their service. If we scroll down here, I made a big old button so people can see this is where you click to register. If I scroll to the top, we also have buttons up here where you can view directory or posts or see the global calendar, which we'll talk about later. But let's scroll back down here. I split the screen so on the right side people can create an account so we can do our verify, qualify of systems. You know, just so it's no crazy stuff on there. And so right here it says register online. Before I click that button, just going to briefly show you, this is just a little blurb about Global, about the founders, and then this here is navigation to all of our other websites that we have regions in. Okay, so I'm going to click register online. This is if someone wants to actually fill out a registration for posting a directory ad listing. It's going to allow them to choose a category as well as put the information in, description, location, website, all of that for their website. So I'm in it several times. Let me close out of some of these here. Looks like it's kind of going crazy. I got all these tabs open. So I'm going to click on it again. I had so many windows open that I just closed out of it. Here we go. So now this takes you to the actual Boss Global Alliance page where you can see the different listings. And I just populated it with some organizations, churches, ministries based on what we had in DC. So of course we can add unlimited categories however we want to integrate it, but just for example purposes we'll click on a few. This one is viewing some of the directories. So for example, the basketball, if I click on that category, as you can see they're broken out in different categories. If I clicked on that category, it is going to open up the ads for that particular category. If I scroll down here, it's going to show me both of these ads where not only will I have a chance to go to their site, but it's going to open up the actual page that will allow me to see more information on our website about this particular organization and service that they're offering. So you'll notice that we're still within our website when I clicked on their page, and if I scroll down, I have brief description, contact information. If I click on their photo, it'll actually blow up the image to a bigger image, so I can see more detail, more information about them. So if I was to go back, it's going to be the same type of information for all of these sites and categories that we have within there. And at your leisure, you can scroll through some of the categories and see what we have available on all of the different sites. If I were to click on top, it would take me back to the main page where I can click on other ones. See some of these categories, for example, churches, ministries that host boss classes. If you scroll down here, we have, for example, and it's still populating the pictures, Faithful Central, Light for the Nations, our Europe family, God Embassy over in Kiev, J-Rev, our Philippine family. These are all sites that are currently hosting BOSS that are churches or ministries. Of course, our Crenshaw Christian, Faithful Central, Los Angeles, and the list goes on. So these also are ads. So if I was to click on them as well, it would take me to their one-page ad as well, where you can click on the picture, blow it up once again, and you can duplicate this process. It's still loading. Duplicate this process throughout our ads. Going to take you back where you can just, at your leisure, fully loaded that, go back to the top and just browse and click on any of these other sites. Again, we've populated some Christian organizations, offices that host BOSS. For example, if I click on Christian organization, we got Anna's group down here. Young Women Act Now, for example. If I were to click on that, it's information about her organization, who of course plans to host the BOSS curriculum as well. So again, there's many, as the list goes on, and as I was talking to people, even in Mississippi, they have organizations that cater to youth. Of course, our DC family, Las Vegas, of course, and many of these, of course, are interconnected with resources that, of course, are available for our BOSS youth. And we have other categories, of course, the prison ministry. If you click on there, that'll give you more information about what Denise is doing through the prison ministry. Schools that host BOSS classes, you know, our family in Arizona that have their Christian school. Let me go right here, for example. That's the Desert Quest in Arizona. So if I were to click on her, for example, and I'm sure as I continue to just interconnect everybody, we're just going to go on and on. This is information. They're in Bullhead City. So this is their ad information, contact information, all of that. And let me go back to the top here. So that's a quick overview of viewing the directory. We made it very simple for people to post a directory ad so people can add their own information on here. We just populated just for example purposes and so that we wouldn't launch an empty site. So we took the liberty of inserting the information so that it wouldn't be an empty site, but we programmed it to where the individuals in all of the regions can input their own information. So let's scroll back up here to the top. If I were to click on post directory ad, now here I just want to give you a glimpse of how simple it is. Let's say I wanted to add another organization to local mission, for example. If I were to click on that, it's going to ask me the title, country, information, brief description, and contact. Kept it really simple. There's also a place for them to add their photos and all of that information as I add the information on here. So you have up to 3 photos you can add, website, and other contact information. So very user friendly, idiot proof, literally just made it very simple. Now the global events calendar, I'm excited about this part. I just added that on tonight. This is where the user can have an opportunity to view and post events that are happening as it relates to youth services, and any relational events that occur. For example, with our ministry, Vertical Leap, of course, is on the calendar. So we put our entire Vertical Leap on the calendar, any of our global master trainer conference call, our One Sound founders call with you all and all of our region leaders, any events or conference calls or any of that that's happening. See, all this is a part of the calendar. I was able to click on the event and open it up to get more information on it. Pretty cool feature that we just added on tonight. So if I wanted to click on See by Month, I can just click on it and it'll open up to the actual event. So excited about that part. Just wanted to let you know this global events calendar, that's huge. People can submit their own information and let each other know that's in our alliance what's going on in their regions as it pertains to the youth and the services that are offered. Well, that's all I got. Just wanted to give you a quick tour of Boss Global Alliance. I hope I covered everything for you. If not, please feel free to give me a call. Love you. Bye-bye.